Good morning. So it's currently 6:30, quarter to 7 in the morning. Wide awake. Surprisingly slept really well last night. It was a bit cold, but outside, but we had heaters in here, which is really good. So we're not entirely sure what I'm going to do today. For me, this is just kind of coming to this location, finding a nice spot, and really seeing what the light's going to do, what it's going to light up, and not hope for the best, but more location scout, see what's best, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll then know what location's best to go to. All packed up, ready to go. It's dry, which is great. Sadly, there's been no snow. I was kind of hoping that it might snow last night, but we didn't get anything, so that's, nothing could be perfect. But today we're going to jump in the car, go and drive around, find a parking spot. So I've made it to the top of this little hill just up there from the main road. The sun's now starting to kind of rise above that, above the horizon. There's quite a lot of snowy mountains in the back, which is kind of holding back the sun. There's a good bit of thick cloud, lots of gaps, so that light is just starting to come up over the clouds, which is really lovely. The main mountain that I'm photographing now, apologise if I say this wrong, Glencoe. I'm kind of getting a side angle of it with the sun just kind of rising to the left, and you have these lovely snowy peaks, which is just in front of me. But what I'm really looking at is to my right is you've got the Three Sisters. I'm pretty much sure it's the Three Sisters, but I could be wrong. And they've got a nice little bit of snow on it as well. And from where I am right now, you've got a nice little kind of bit of a valley, and then these pyramid kind of style mountains just popping up from the earth, which is amazing. There's also a valley that kind of tumbles through, and that could be a really nice spot as well. And there's cloud all around there. So I'm gonna sit here for 5 minutes and kind of work my composition and what's going to work best. I reckon we've got about 10, 15 photographers all down in front of me. There's one to my left. There's always going to be one photographer who has to come with his drone and show off. It's just jealousy, it's just pure jealousy. So while I'm taking the shots of the mountain just in front of me, I'm keeping an eye on the basically 3 points to my right and behind me. So first of all, to my left, sun is rising up through this beautiful valley. You can see all the cars coming along the main road all the way down here. And that light that's just shining up just here, that's just the river. And the sunlight's just hitting that river, so that's quite nice, just the edge of my composition. To my right, we have the Three Sisters, and really that sun's going to come up through that valley and then really start to hit these points just up here, and that light is really nice. And hopefully if we get some orange light coming through the sky, that's what I'm hoping for, keeping an eye out for. And then also behind me you have, which I think is the Devil's Staircase, which is just behind me up here. Again, that light as it rises up higher in the sun is going to fill that, and if that orange golden light still sticks, that's going to help a lot, just to introduce some colour into that beautiful white snow. But all in all, a cracking morning. Was not expected to be this lovely. It's stunning, and I can understand why so many photographers come here and take pictures. It is absolutely beautiful, and you could spend a week here and you still wouldn't have enough time to photograph everything. Every morning, every day is completely different, and there's so many little nooks and crannies and valleys and glens and lochs all around. It's stunning. Right, I better get back to it. A great place to sit and drink coffee. So at the moment with my viewpoint that I'm still on just now, I'm still waiting for that pink cloud to come up from here and then come up over the mountain. Clouds are moving really nicely just over the mountain. It's really just a waiting game now, it really is, just to sit here, wait, enjoy the scenery, I suppose. As I'm sitting up here waiting for the sunrise to hit above this mountain, I'm finding myself looking down towards this way and going into black and white. So anyone who follows my videos from my other channel, I've recently been very drawn to black and white photography. It's something I used to do in my early days of photography when I started back in 2004. A lot of black and white film, this sort of stuff. And I'm just finding myself looking at this mountain here, looking at the clouds above, and converting it into black and white straight away. Or shooting it in camera black and white. I'll convert it in post-processing into black and white later on. Because there's not really a great deal of interesting colour on it at the moment, it's just really nice deep blacks. The sky's got a nice little bit of texture into it, and that's just, to me, it just seems to be appealing to me. And I've kept the polarising filter on, tweaked it slightly just to kind of bring out the blues in there and kind of make them pop a little bit in black and white. Still got the 0.3 soft graduated leaf filter on there as well. ISO still at 100, f11, and I'm now shooting a 3-second exposure, and that's coming out really nice in the back of the screen. So I'm going to jump back to this composition now. I'm trying to get the composition right, which is, to be honest, is the hardest thing. It's so difficult, it really is so difficult. And I can see a little bit of pink coming down in front. There's a little bit of pink just over this way as well. I think I'm going to end up being spoilt for composition. I'm going to have to make a hard decision and choose one. It really feels like that sky behind me is on fire. So the sky in front of me here is just blowing up. Beautiful bright oranges coming up from there, and it just seems to be stopping there at the moment. Really what I want is that cloud there is just to turn orange, and then to fill the mountain top up there with some light. It's just a waiting game. So the sun now is starting to explode. Light is just beaming right across in front of me. There's pink just to the right of the mountain of me over here, and then there's also some pink sky just behind me, and it's looking beautiful. As always, you know, photographers are never happy with what they truly get, and I would love to see a little bit more pink in the sky just in front of me. I don't know whether this is what I should be photographing. Those sun rays beaming from behind that mountain is looking fantastic. And although that is really beautiful and that's quite an amazing effect, this is what's drawing my eye, and that sunlight on top of those mountain tops there. I really don't know which one to go for. I do have 2 cameras but 1 tripod. So I'm quite happy with the composition that I have over here. I really don't think there's much more I can do with it. That light is just not kind of coming over. But to the right of me over here, there is just some lovely pink light coming in. It's coming onto the mountain now. I think that's going to be possibly my best composition. So as the sun's rising right behind me, what's happening is it's coming straight through this glen right in front of me, and with the mountain here, you can see just at the top here that light starting to hit the summit and lovely pinks that are coming down. The light started to come up over that mountain tops and it really gave it a lovely pink glow, and then it just disappeared again. I don't know whether the clouds behind or the mountain behind has stopped that light from coming over. One of the locations that's very, very popular for photographing is up this mountain up here, and then looking down onto kind of Edinburgh over this way. I should be very thankful. The sunrise was beautiful, and it's still coming up, which is really nice. The weather's been perfect, there's no wind, the clouds have been great. Really, what more can you ask for? my first morning, my first sunset in this area. Spoiled. I really am spoiled, and you know, I can only hope to get it again. We're here again tomorrow morning. Got a couple of other people coming down with me tomorrow, so that'll be really good. The plan now is we're going to head back to our Hobbit house, get warmed up, and then go and scope out new locations